Hi everyone, and thanks for watching. This is going to be a wee bit of a different video than my usual cash stuffings. You'll see the debt box is currently removed because that is out of the picture for the moment. Today we're stuffing some very specific income for some very specific reasons. So I want to lead off by saying I have I would say a fairly non-traditional family in some senses. I don't really have a role model for how to budget or plan a wedding, but I'm going to try. So this was a different income to my normal cash flows. So I've got the regular income and some side hustles. We actually sold off, easiest way to explain it is we sold off one of the side hustles essentially for an extra bit of income. And that money is going towards these. So we have a large wallet here and some smaller specific ones. This is for a wedding. I don't really know. I don't know if I want to know exactly how much it's going to cost at the end of the day, but I want to at least start getting some budget kind of set aside for it and some planning in place. So we're going to count through this and start putting it away. We also have this, if I can show you guys the screen. I've got a wedding budget worksheet here to kind of work through, so I have an idea of what I need to budget for and how much we need to put in different places. So let's start out by getting it counted. I'm going to move these for a wee second. Just while I'm doing this, I will say some of the stickers we've used for these budgets, they aren't great. My handwriting can be a bit of a mess and the ink's a wee bit smudged and things. I'll get it tidied up, but for the moment I just wanted to have the money earmarked for something. So let's start with the easy ones, the 20s. So that's 20, 40, 60, 80, 100. 20, 40, 60, 80, 200. 20, 40, 60, 80, 300. 20, 40, 60, 80, 400. 20, 40, 60, 80, 500. 20, 40, 60, 80, 600. 20, 40, 60, 80, 700. 20, 40, 60, 80, 800. 20, 40, 60, 80, 900. Leftover 20s I'm going to leave here for a wee second. Keep it nice and neat. And for the 10s, actually running out of room, you can't see the pile. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100s. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 200. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90. There's 300 there. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90. 400. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90. 500. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60. 60, well that's handy. 80, 100. So we pile there. And the 5s. I normally like the 5s, like the size of them. I like the blue colour. There's quite a lot of them here though. I kind of wish we didn't have so many for this, but here we go. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60, 65, 70, 75, 80, 85, 90, 95, 100. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, That was lucky. I managed to pick up £200 dead on there. I couldn't do that again if I tried. And the last bit. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100, and 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60. So all together, that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, £1,860. So I'm going to actually note that over here. Right, wallet-wise. So I'm not going to show you really the handwriting on these because it is mine. It is awful. It will do for the moment. But we have this one here specifically for the wedding. And I've got some smaller wallets here because there was extra ones we need to account for. We have the rings wallet, the flowers wallet, which yes is a wee flower wallet by itself, and the dress and the suit. Now this one's actually combined. Dress and suit is going in the same wallet. Let's be honest, probably more of that money will go to the dress than the suit. I would assume so, but I think I'll just put it in the one for now. So what I'm going to do is I have a wee planner here, planner worksheet on the iPad, and I can bring you guys over so we can see what we've got. I'm going to highlight the ones that we're actually going to be filling in today. The ceremony venue, the reception venue. I haven't got one set aside for the catering yet. We are obviously going to have to handle the catering, but I'm not quite sure how to do that. I think actually what we'll do the catering. I've just listed it as food in the wallet, but if we combine the cost of the actual food and the cost of the catering into one, that's maybe an easier way of going. And we have the beverages and bartending. Again, we'll just combine the bartender and the drink into one. Cake and dessert, I've not got one for that yet. We might just try and get that under the same budget for the catering and food. Music and entertainment. The flowers, of course. Not doing rentals or lighting. I'm going to just try and budget for both ceremonies and hope. There might be people who've done this before and actually budgeted for a wedding and are laughing at me for saying this, but I might try and keep this simple. Oh God, that sounds problematic. The wedding dress / suits and accessories. That's going in the same wallet, and the rings. Okay, so that's what we have. I'm under no illusion. I'm probably not going to have all of those things covered by this, but let's make a start. So the first one is the ceremony venue. We've kind of looked around a couple of places. We're not quite sure what we're going to look for yet. There are some nice places in Scotland, in and around Scotland. We are both travelled a lot as well, so maybe we do it somewhere else. I guess we have to decide a lot of things still, guys. And I should point out, if anyone has done this before, if you've budgeted and planned for a wedding, if you have any suggestions, feel free, please, fire them my way. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm going to get myself in trouble. I think we're going to set £200 aside for the ceremony venue to start with. No, that's probably not going to cover it, but we're just going to start putting some money aside for it today. So that's £200 aside. And I'll show you guys the screen. And we'll do the actual amount, I think. So that's £200 so far. We do have to work out exactly what the budget and things will be, what the deposit and things will be. Chances are, whatever money we have set aside will cover the budget, and then we'll have to put more in afterwards. But hopefully we have this stuff to gain before we're actually booking things. The reception venue, again, the venue itself, there are some nice places around here. We don't really have expensive tastes, and yeah. So personally, my family is very small. I don't have that many people, family wise, that I would need to bring. But her family are bigger, and they're used to the bigger weddings, I think. So we will have to have some space, certainly. So we'll put £200 aside for the reception venue. Again, don't expect that to cover it, but just start getting something aside. And again, I'll show you guys the screen as we get that filled out. So that's £200 towards the reception. Again, if someone's planned a wedding before, they might well be looking at this and laughing. But I am aware these probably won't cover anywhere near, God, even the deposit. But next up we have the catering and service. I'm just going to list this under food in general, because the hope is going to be that's going to cover a chunk of that as well. And let's try and put 250 aside for that. So let's get this right. 20, 40, 60, 80, 100, 20, 40, 60, 80, 200. I actually had a pile of 50 this summer, didn't I? 200, yes. 210, 220, 230, 240, 250. So we still have to narrow down the actual guest list. Obviously that's going to dictate how much money we need for food and drink and things. But again, just getting something aside is probably a good start. So that is £250 aside for the catering. For the drinks, I did mention, personally I'm not a big drinker, I might have mentioned this before, but we are in Scotland. I know some of her family doesn't drink, but my family certainly does, and a lot of the people who be coming do. So we're going to go, again, probably 250 to start with for that. So that's 20, 40, 60, 80, 100. 20, 40, 60, 80, 200. And let's do 20, 40, 10. So that's 250 into the drink. I will say I will have no part of planning the drink because I do not know. I did work in a nightclub for a couple of years, but I still know nothing at all about alcohol. Luckily, she does collect whiskey, and one of her friends collects whiskey, so they can plan all that. So for the drinks and the bartending, we have £250 set aside. And next we have the music. Now, I'm not really that interested in the drink, but the music. We're not quite sure what we're going to do yet. I mean, things like Spotify or someone's MP3 player will do for some of the reception, parts of it. I do like the idea of some live music of some form. Still to be decided exactly what we're going to do, but I'm going to set at least £150 aside for that just now. Obviously, again, don't expect to cover it, unfortunately, but let's get that started. So 20, 40, 60... 80, 90, 100, let's do some of these out the way. That's 100, 110, 120, 130, 140, 150. So that's 150 aside for the music. And I'll show you guys the screen again. So we still have some planning to do. We still have to figure out if we're going to need other entertainment and things. Yeah, still a lot of planning to do. This is the very early beginning stages. Flowers. Yeah, we're actually probably going to set aside, maybe keep it easy, maybe £250 set aside for the flowers. Again, just to start with, I know it's probably not going to put a dent in it. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100, 110, 120, 130, 140, 150, 160, 170, 180, 190, 200. Let's use some of these. 210, 220, 230, 240, 250. Yeah, 260, 270, 280, 290, 300. I think that was the plan for the flowers. Oh, flowers have actually got their own flowery wallet here. I'm going to keep these separate, as in the wedding folder and these. So let's see the iPad screen, and that is 300 set aside for the flowers. Okay, so let's see what we have left. Oh, did I miss the photographer? I did. I missed the photographer. That's not a good plan. That'll get me in trouble. So I'm actually going to do a photographer one as well. I actually do know a few friends. However, being someone who is self-employed and does side hustles and things himself, I'm not really looking to get friends and family discount, that kind of thing. So we probably will hire someone we know, but we will pay proper rate for that. So let's again start by setting aside, I think, 150 for the photographer. So that's 20, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100. 110, 120, 130, 140, 150. So far, let's get that noted down before I forget. So the photographer, that is 150 set aside. Okay. So far that's the ceremony venue, the reception venue, the food, the drink, the photographer, and the music. So that one is done for now. The flowers, also done for now. We have the rings and the dress and suit. Let's see what we have left. I think we've taken a wee bit from all these piles, so we'll just quickly recount. And again, I really appreciate all the comments and things we've had, all the advice for generally budgeting. Obviously, I don't expect anyone here to be a wedding planner, but anyone who does have experience, if you see anything I'm massively going wrong on, I know I'm going to be forgetting all sorts of things. This is just the first kind of budgeting we're doing for this. It might well change, our plans will probably change and things, but I'm kind of keen just to kind of get a start on it. So we've got 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 200. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 300. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70. So we're going to make it easy. We're going to put £170 in towards the rings. Now, I've maybe mentioned, you'll see here my hands tend to be quite cut. I am a rock climber quite often, as is my girlfriend, and rings don't really tend to go well with that. I tend to get my fingers injured at the best of times, so we're not quite sure what we're going to do for the rings yet. Oh, sorry. So that's 170 set aside for the rings. We also don't do diamonds. We don't. I know there's lab-grown diamonds, which we're maybe looking at, but just ethical reasons. Obviously, everyone's different, and diamonds come from different places and things. Let's not get into it. But yeah, I'm thinking honestly, I'd be quite happy with a wee silicone ring because I tend to damage things quite easily. So I'm not sure if a silicone one will survive me. For the dress and the suit, nice and easy, we have £200 left. Probably not even a dent into it, but there's £200 set aside for that. We'll keep that noted down. Okay. So again, yeah, there are more things: transportation, gifts, bridal. Oh yeah, the bridal party, rehearsal dinners, definitely the honeymoon. I think there's a lot more we're going to have to put in this. This was just, we're trying to get a start, an idea. So dress and suit done, rings, flowers, making sure we have something aside for everything so far. Ceremony and reception venues, food, drink, photographer, and music. Yeah. Again, thanks everyone for watching. Thanks for all the advice, comments, suggestions, all the good vibes we've been getting. I know this is a wee bit different. We're not tackling the debt box and the sinking funds and things today, but I was really looking forward to kind of getting the ball rolling and getting something set aside for the wedding. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.